Oprah's close friend Monique has come under fire for the way she handled Taraji P. Henson, a character she has been struggling with for a long time. She said Taraji was attempting to save Oprah by drawing attention to her underpayment and mistreatment of actors on the Color Purple shoot. Monique further attacked Taraji, saying that she damaged her reputation by caving in to Oprah. Despite their long-standing disagreements, Monique attacked Taraji, pointing out her appalling treatment of black women for putting herself under the bus for Oprah. Because of Monique's presence and the tea and receipts, there is drama. With the release of another interview with Monique, which was tumultuous, Shannon Sharp hopes to create havoc this year. Cat Williams spilled all the tea on everyone in Hollywood during a previous messy interview, which led to a messy one with the subject. The group discussion became much more chaotic when Monique joined. Monique and Cat, who treated Monique badly following her disagreement with Oprah, are among the few people in Hollywood who despise the film industry the most. When Tyler Perry and Oprah co-directed the film Precious, in which Monique starred, in 2009, Oprah and Monique fell out. Following Monique's completion of her contractual duties, Oprah and Tyler determined they was interested in going on a press tour right away, even though Monique wasn't excited to leave her family behind for the tour. Nevertheless, she ultimately made the decision to go. But things didn't go as planned when Oprah told her she wouldn't be compensated for the press tour and that she would be responsible for paying for all of her own travel expenses. Naturally, Monique objected to this since she had already been paid too little for the part from the start. Oprah wasn't hearing it, and when Monique refused, she allegedly got blackballed despite the fact that she had won a few major awards for her performance in Precious, including an Oscar. In reality, Monique was paid nuts for the movie, and that was obviously before taxes, agent fees, union fees, and all the other cutting costs. In order to be honest to Monique, she did speak up at the time and calling O out for doing more than just blackballing. Taraji P. Henson moved out to complain that Oprah had treated her the same way and that she nearly turned down the part in The Color Purple due to the pay was just too low. Unfortunately, most people ignored her and she didn't receive support from those in the industry. Fast forward 13 years to 2023. I haven't seen a raise in my income since Proud Mary and almost had to walk away from The Color Purple. Yes ma'am. Who said what? Yes ma'am. Yes ma'am. Because you know what, if I don't take a stand, how am I making it easy for Fantasia and Danielle and Hal and Ann and Felicia?
Almost had to walk away from Color Purple. Yes, ma'am. Who said what? Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Because you know what? If I don't take a stand, how am I making it easy for Fantasia and Danielle and Hallie and Felicia?
Then why am I doing this? If it's all just for me, why are you here? However, Taraji had a lot of support. In contrast to Monique, and Oprah was taken to a filthy place in an interview by Shannon Sharp. When Monique brought up the subject of Taraji, she disclosed that she had discussed with him several years prior about the low pay of black women in Hollywood, but the discussion was not at all interesting to Taraji at the time. However, I had a conversation over a decade ago, yes, in my trailer when I was doing the Monique show. And she said, you know, you got to keep on getting it until your turn comes. And I said to Taraji, most of us die before our turn comes. We got to ask for it right now. Now I understand that because there was time I felt the same way, because that's what I was told. You just keep going and we'll get him the next time. We'll get him the next time. We'll get him the next time. And the next time never comes.
However, Taraji and I had a conversation over a decade ago.
Yes.
In my trailer, when I was doing the Monique show. And she said, you know, you got to keep on getting it until your turn comes. And I said, Taraji, most of us die before our turn comes. We got to ask for it right now. Now, I understand that because there was a time I felt the same way.
Exactly.
Because that's what I was told.
Right.
You just keep going and we'll get him the next time. We'll get him the next time. We'll get him the next time. And the next time never comes.
She went on to say that she had been attempting to fight the battle for a while, but she was never truly noticed by anyone. Now when I said it, why didn't it get the traction when you said it that when she said it? Now all of a sudden, Everybody is coming and I don't have a problem, I'm glad. But if you said this a decade ago, and I remember you saying it over a decade ago, why didn't it get the traction? Why didn't it get the support? Why wasn't it propped up when Monique said it? I think there's a few reasons why. Number one, it was the messenger. I should just be grateful I got invited to the party, you a big fat black woman. How dare you be the one, and then on top of that you're saying names. You're saying Oprah's name out loud, you're saying Tyler's name out loud. You're saying Lee's name out loud, you're saying Lionsgate out loud. That's not. What we do, we say they, we say the people, we say the studio. We say the producers. How dare you actually say our heroes' names? You're be specific. These are our heroes. How could you say their names out loud? After treating Oprah, she continued to attack Taraji, accusing him of continuing to try to hide something for Oprah. Fans pointed out in a video that there was a lot of weirdness among Taraji and Oprah in a movie marketing event, and she admitted that there has been a lot of friction between Oprah and Taraji. This is why I think she was so horrible on The Color Purple. Therefore, according to Monique, Oprah was attempting to both impart wisdom to Taraji and convey an idea to other actresses, saying they wouldn't want to interfere with her. Right, so what they said was, we're going to beat Monique really good, we're going to sit her down, and I made it public financially. My family took a hit, Shannon, and when I tell you we took a hit, right? We took the hit, so when you see our sister go through that, you see her go through, and we act like our eyes didn't see what it saw when we watched that promotion happen with The Color Purple. We wanted to act like we didn't see how Oprah Winfrey treated Taraji, in my humble opinion. When you saw her walk up, you saw that there was tension. You saw that there was something happening. And then when you see Taraji write her a love letter, it's like, listen, we got to stand tall and stand strong on what we know. We know you were mistreated. We know it wasn't right. We know it was unfair. And then you turn around and say, oh, but Lady O handled it. I have a problem with that. I have a problem with that because that allows Lady O to keep on doing what she's doing. And we in a position of, I don't want to say nothing because we saw how Monique got whooped. And when she spoke of a love letter, she was alluding to the post that Taraji wrote following the occasion in which she gave Oprah appreciation. She wrote, calling it the greatest thing since sliced bread. It's so important for black women and women of color to support each other. It is also imperative to have women of color in decision-making positions across all industries. Miss Oprah has been nothing less than a steady and solid beacon of light to all the cast of The Color Purple. She continued, she has provided encouragement, guidance, and unwavering support to us all. Henson reflected, further expressing, she told me personally to reach out to her for anything I needed, and I did. The Empire alum further noted, it took one call, one conversation, and one decision making black woman to make me feel heard. Monique, a singer, criticized Taraji for handpicking her for a role and making her audition for it, claiming it was a power play for Oprah. She criticized Taraji for letting Oprah insult her and blaming her for the situation. While it's normal for actors to audition for roles, it's not normal for them to audition for roles they've been handpicked for. This is typically done by top artists with track records of being great. By asking Taraji to audition after being handpicked, Oprah was sending her the message that she's great, but still has the upper hand. This highlights the power dynamics between actors and producers. People don't understand how deep this goes. When I watch my sister say it was an honor to be handpicked. Right. Then why ever would you audition? Yeah. And the moment, in my opinion, the moment she auditioned, they knew we got them. We can treat them any kind of way we want to treat them. We can do them any kind of way, but why would you want to? Just because you can, that doesn't mean you showed. But they did. How do you handpick me and then mistreat me? Yes. And then I got to send a letter to you about the mistreatment that you gave me. That's why they're able to get away with it. Monique argues that Taraji's actions on the show indirectly led to mistreatment of other actresses. She claims that Taraji threw herself under the bus for Oprah to make her look better, but it ultimately led to her being thrown under the bus herself. Monique also argues that Taraji opened up the other actresses to being mistreated during filming, as they were not given transportation, lunch, or individual dressing rooms. The sad part is that Monique claims all of this after the narrative shifts from black actresses being underpaid to Taraji being unprofessional and complaining about low pay while promoting the movie. Fans are now supporting Monique, with some saying she has nothing to do with the actors' paychecks. The story has shifted from black actresses being underpaid to Taraji being unprofessional and complaining about low pay. There's a lot to discuss here, but first I'd like to hear your thoughts on the situation. Please share your opinions with me in the comments section.